Okay, so I thought we'd have a little wander down here to the damp meadow that we visited in spring. We came down here a few times early in the spring and through the summer to have a look. So let's have a look and see. We're now in October, early October, and although it's autumn, it's still very mild. And so, yeah, I'm still in shorts, but probably not for very much longer. So this is a chance for us to get down here, explore what it's like at this end of the year. So the first thing we've noticed is down here on the ground we are having what's known as a mast year, which is lots and lots of acorns and other nuts are being produced. Now whatever conditions are necessary for these to be produced have obviously happened this year, and so there are lots and lots of very abundant large acorns. So in years gone by, I guess people would have let their pigs out on this piece of ground and let them forage for acorns, but now they're just left for the squirrels and obviously to grow into more oak trees. So let's have a wander around. It's probably going to be quite damp down here, so I've got my boots on, but I'm expecting it to be quite wet underfoot. The comfrey plant that we looked at earlier put on a fresh crop of leaves there. There aren't very many flowers around now, and that's not really surprising. There aren't very many insects around to pollinate them. And everything really is kind of shutting down for the winter. So yeah, we've got some mud to traverse here, but it's okay, I've got the boots on. So this is the Willowherb plants that we saw when they were in flower and all green and lush, and these have died back completely. And the thistles still producing a few little flowers. Always encouraging to see flowers even at this time of year. The blackberries are over now, I'm afraid. So we haven't had any frosts yet, but it won't be very long. And so blackberry season was early and it was a bit short this year. So nothing to pick now on the blackberry plants. So let's carry on wandering down and see if there's anything else to see. I can still hear a few crickets in amongst the grass and tall weeds. And I can hear the rustling of small animals underneath all these nettles here. Possibly mice or voles or something like that. Probably gathering up nuts and acorns. That's underneath a very large oak tree again there, where the leaves are starting to turn and it's really becoming quite autumnal. Very, very wet underfoot here, but that's the nature of this area. Actually, all the water runs down the side of the hill and accumulates in this meadow, which is what makes it damp and what makes it the habitat that it is. So let's have a look here. We've got sloes on the bushes here, so just a few sloes, and these are probably ready for picking now, so let's just have a look at one. Sloes are like a very small bitter plum, very good for making liqueur drinks and flavouring things. So yes, those are ready to be picked and used now, because they are crushing between forefinger and thumb quite easily without any difficulty. And so yep, there's a few sloes up here on these trees here, and I'm sure there are bushes further along that will have more on them. So this weekend I'll be getting out to pick my sloes for this year's batch of sloe gin. And yeah, there are, oh, so here we are. There are still a few blackberries around, but at this time of year it's probably not a brilliant idea to pick them. They're likely to be maggoty or just poor in flavour at this time of year. So yeah, not very much colour apart from green and brown. Oh, Eva's doing her thing. Oh, Eva. Eva. Come on, you lunatic. Oh, Eva. So the seed heads of all of these flowering plants will be a source of food for birds throughout the winter. Finches especially will come and feed on the seeds of these various flowers inside their dry heads, which will stand there throughout the winter. And of course those finches, as they carry away some of those seeds, or as they feed on them, they will be dispersing them as well. So there we are. I guess that's it really. Not very much to see in terms of flowers or anything like that. Everything is just shutting down and putting itself away for the winter. But here at the other end of the meadow, again, very much evidence of it being a mast year. So we're seeing lots and lots of acorns and other things. Hello, what's up with you? Okay, so I hope that's been interesting. This has been the first nature video that I filmed entirely on the Maize Alpha. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.